What on earth just happened that suddenly put BTS in the spotlight across Canada? Why are so many fans asking the same question after seeing headlines and discussions spreading online? Could this be another ordinary news story? Or is there a much bigger reason that no one expected? Welcome back to Jikook Lover. Before we dive in, don't forget to like this video, leave your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe so you never miss the biggest BTS updates from around the world. Today's story has everyone talking. Something happened that unexpectedly brought BTS back into the center of international attention, sparking countless reactions and theories from ARMY across the globe. What exactly triggered this wave of discussion? Why are people saying this moment feels different from anything we've seen before? Is there a hidden connection that many fans haven't noticed yet? Or is there an even bigger story waiting to unfold? Stay with Jikook Lover until the very end, because in today's video we'll break down the complete timeline, separate facts from speculation, and reveal why this story has become one of the most talked about BTS topics right now. The conversation surrounding BTS continued to grow at an incredible pace, not only among ARMY, but also among casual observers who were curious about why the group's name was suddenly appearing in discussions connected to Canada. Across social media platforms, fans began sharing screenshots, news clips, and personal opinions, each offering a different interpretation of what had happened. Some believed it represented another example of BTS's extraordinary global influence, while others wondered whether there was a much larger story developing behind the scenes. As the discussion gained momentum, one thing became increasingly clear. Whenever BTS becomes part of a major international conversation, the reaction is rarely limited to a single country. Within hours, fans from South Korea, the United States, Japan, Brazil, the United Kingdom, Indonesia, and many other nations were participating in the same discussion, each bringing their own perspective and observations. That is one of the most fascinating aspects of BTS's worldwide popularity. Even a single headline or public mention can quickly become a global topic of conversation. Fans naturally become curious, because history has shown that seemingly small moments have often led to much bigger announcements in the future. While there is no confirmation that this situation points to any upcoming project, the excitement itself demonstrates how closely millions of people continue to follow every development involving the group. Many longtime ARMY pointed out that this pattern has happened before. Throughout BTS's career, unexpected moments have frequently attracted worldwide attention, not necessarily because they involved dramatic events, but because they reflected the enormous cultural impact the group has built over the years. Whether it was an appearance at an international event, recognition from major organizations, or conversations in mainstream media, BTS has consistently shown that their influence extends far beyond the music industry. As fans continued exchanging opinions, another question started dominating online discussions. Why Canada? That simple question quickly became one of the most searched topics among international fans. Some people suggested there could be a connection with BTS's long-standing popularity in North America. Others wondered whether Canadian audiences were responding to renewed interest in the group's music, achievements, or cultural influence. While numerous theories circulated online, none of them could fully explain why the conversation had become so widespread in such a short period. Interestingly, media analysts have often noted that BTS possesses a unique ability to cross cultural and linguistic boundaries. Unlike many artists whose popularity remains concentrated within specific regions, BTS has built a remarkably diverse international audience. Their music, performances, and messages have reached listeners across continents, creating one of the largest and most active global fan communities in modern entertainment. That worldwide community plays a significant role whenever discussions like this emerge. Within minutes, hashtags begin trending. Fan translations appear almost instantly. Video clips spread across multiple platforms. Online communities start comparing information from different sources. This phenomenon has become almost synonymous with BTS. Industry observers have repeatedly commented on the remarkable speed with which information connected to the group travels around the world. While every major artist generates headlines from time to time, BTS often inspires an unusually high level of engagement because fans actively participate in sharing, translating, analyzing, and discussing every new development. As a result, even relatively ordinary news can appear much larger simply because of the enormous scale of public interest surrounding the group. That reality has sparked another interesting debate. Is BTS's greatest strength no longer just their music? Or has their global community become one of the most influential fan movements in modern entertainment? Many observers believe the answer lies somewhere in between. BTS created music that resonated with millions of listeners. ARMY transformed that connection into an international community unlike anything seen before. Together, those two elements have created a cultural phenomenon that continues attracting worldwide attention years after the group's rise to global superstardom. Another reason this discussion became so interesting is that BTS has consistently appeared in conversations extending well beyond entertainment. Their influence has reached education, tourism, fashion, technology, charitable initiatives, language learning, and international cultural exchange. Universities have studied their impact. Business experts have analyzed their marketing success. Economists have discussed their contribution to industries connected with Korean culture. Government officials in several countries have recognized their role in strengthening global interest in South Korea. Because of that broad influence, public conversations involving BTS often attract attention from audiences who are not necessarily regular K-pop listeners. This helps explain why discussions connected to the group can spread so rapidly whenever major news organizations or public institutions mention them. Meanwhile, fans continued examining every available detail. Others reviewed previous articles. Many compared headlines from different media outlets. Everyone seemed to be asking the same fundamental question. Is there something bigger that we still don't know? At this stage, there is no confirmed evidence suggesting a major hidden announcement. However, the speculation itself highlights how much anticipation still surrounds BTS after all these years. Every mention of the group tends to generate excitement, because fans remember previous moments when seemingly ordinary developments eventually led to significant news. That history naturally encourages curiosity. It also demonstrates the remarkable level of trust and emotional investment many fans have developed over the years. For countless people around the world, BTS represents more than a successful music group. They symbolize perseverance, growth, friendship, creativity, and hope. Those values have helped create a lasting connection between BTS and millions of listeners across generations. Perhaps that emotional connection explains why conversations involving BTS often become larger than expected. People are not simply following celebrities. They are following individuals whose stories have inspired them personally. That emotional investment transforms ordinary headlines into meaningful discussions. It encourages fans to share memories, to revisit performances, to celebrate milestones together. In many ways, every major BTS conversation becomes another opportunity for the global community to reconnect. As this story continued spreading, another fascinating observation emerged. Many people who had not followed BTS closely in recent years suddenly became interested again. They started asking basic questions. Why is BTS still receiving so much attention? How large is their international audience today? What makes their influence so different from other global artists? Those questions reflect something much bigger than a single news story. They point toward the enduring legacy BTS has built throughout their career. Even during periods with fewer group activities, public interest remains exceptionally strong. That level of sustained attention is relatively rare within the entertainment industry, where public focus often shifts rapidly from one trend to another. Yet BTS continues generating conversations capable of reaching audiences worldwide. Whether discussing music, culture, achievements, or public recognition, the group's name consistently attracts extraordinary interest. And perhaps that is the real story behind today's headlines. Not simply that BTS appeared in another international conversation, but that years after redefining the global music industry, they continue inspiring discussions that cross borders, languages, and cultures. The biggest question now is not just why BTS became part of this conversation. The bigger question is what comes next. Could this renewed wave of attention eventually lead to another significant milestone? Could it mark the beginning of a new era that millions of ARMY have been waiting for? As discussions continued to spread across different platforms, another fascinating pattern began to emerge. Fans were no longer focusing only on the headlines themselves. Instead, they started looking at the broader picture. Why does every major conversation involving BTS seem to evolve into a worldwide event? What is it about this group that allows even a simple mention to generate millions of reactions across continents? That perspective helps explain why so many people immediately became curious when conversations connected to Canada began circulating online. Fans wanted to understand not only what happened, but also why it mattered. They searched for reliable information, compared reports, and carefully separated confirmed facts from online speculation. This careful approach has become increasingly important in today's digital world. Information travels faster than ever before. A single social media post can reach millions within minutes. A short video clip can be viewed around the world before anyone fully understands its context. An incomplete headline can quickly spark hundreds of theories. Because of this reality, experienced ARMY have learned to be patient. Rather than accepting every viral claim immediately, many prefer to wait for official statements or trustworthy reporting before reaching conclusions. That habit has helped the fandom navigate countless rumors throughout BTS's career. Still, the excitement remained impossible to ignore. Every hour brought new conversations. Every new article inspired additional reactions. Every discussion seemed to generate another question. What makes BTS continue attracting this level of worldwide attention after so many years? One possible answer lies in the relationship they have built with their fans. BTS has consistently emphasized sincerity, hard work, and gratitude throughout their journey. Those qualities have allowed supporters to feel personally connected to the group's story. Fans have celebrated their successes, supported them through challenges, and watched their growth from rising artists into international superstars. That emotional connection cannot easily be measured by chart rankings or album sales alone. It is reflected in the way millions of people continue following every new development. It is reflected in the speed with which fans organize online communities. It is reflected in the countless translations, discussions, artwork, and charitable projects inspired by BTS. In many respects, the story of BTS is also the story of one of the largest and most dedicated global fan communities ever created. As this latest conversation unfolded, another interesting topic surfaced among fans. Some began wondering whether increasing international attention could influence future opportunities for BTS as a group once all members are fully reunited. While there is no official confirmation regarding future projects beyond announced activities, many supporters expressed hope that renewed public interest around the world reflects the group's lasting popularity. Industry experts have frequently noted that maintaining relevance over many years is one of the greatest challenges in entertainment. Trends change rapidly. Audiences evolve. New artists emerge every season. Yet BTS continues to remain part of important cultural conversations, even during periods when the members focus on individual activities. That level of longevity is unusual. It suggests that their influence extends beyond temporary popularity. Instead, it reflects a lasting legacy built through music, storytelling, meaningful performances, and a genuine connection with audiences worldwide. Meanwhile, social media continued filling with messages from fans sharing memories of the group's most unforgettable moments. Some revisited legendary concert performances. Others remembered emotional speeches that inspired millions. Many reflected on songs whose lyrics provided comfort during difficult times. Those memories reminded everyone why BTS continues to hold such a unique place in the hearts of so many people. The conversation was no longer just about one headline. It became a celebration of everything the group has achieved over the years. Perhaps that is why stories involving BTS often grow far beyond their original subject. What begins as a news update frequently turns into a wider discussion about music, culture, inspiration, and the extraordinary bond between artists and fans. And that may be the most remarkable part of all. Long after the first headlines fade, the conversations continue. The questions continue. The excitement continues. Because for millions of ARMY around the world, every new chapter in BTS's journey feels like another page in a story they have been following together for years. Now the spotlight turns toward the future. Will this renewed wave of international attention remain just another memorable moment, or could it become the beginning of something even greater? Could upcoming announcements surprise the world once again? Or will this simply remind everyone that BTS has reached a level of global influence where even a single mention is enough to capture worldwide attention?